Description of the products. Northern Territory Dining and Kitchen Furniture are experts in providing in a range of dining and kitchen furniture. Their most popular products include plates, cutlery, kitchen cleaning supplies, which is sponges, dishwashing liquid, etc., dining tables and chairs, tablecloths, pots and pans, and many other cooking utensils. Northern Territory and Kitchen Furniture strive to supply anything and everything found in the general person's kitchen.
Dining and kitchen furniture is one of the main suppliers in the NT. Their competitors include large-scale organisations such as Kmart, Target and Big W. NT Dining and Kitchen Furniture hold the largest market share in the Northern Territory when compared to other competitors due to focusing on better quality and a larger range compared to Kmart. Current manufacturing is done locally in the Northern Territory. Some suppliers such as timber is exported from Western Australia along with other suppliers, but all are Australian made. The supplies are distributed to a range of factories that are delegated to a certain section or factory department. There are 4 separate factories. Once the factories have completed and dining supplies have 3 stores in Darwin, 1 in Katherine, 1 on the Tiwi Islands and 1 in Alice Springs. With other major kitchen outlets not focusing on Northern Territory as much, it leaves them with the majority of the market share in the Northern Territory. With a huge markup on most of their items, the company believes it can obtain a similar market share in Croatia due to select country NT kitchen and dining suppliers has looked to is to Croatia. The Kingdom of Croatia existed from 925 to 1918, where it was joined with Yugoslavia. Croatia gained independence in 1991. This started the War of Independence, which lasted from 1991 to 1994. Population of 4.1 million people, and it has a life expectancy of 78 years, male 74, female 81. It has a birth rate of 8.9% and a death rate of 12.9%. Ethnicity is 90% Croats. Croatia are classified as an upper middle income country and is
Trade between Croatia and Australia is governed and regulated by the Australian-European Union Free Trade Agreement. This agreement is designed to encourage and support investment and trade between Australia and countries in the EU, such as Croatia. Croatian businesses may be structured a number of different ways, including as joint stock companies, a limited liability company, which can also entail a simplified version, and as general or limited partnerships.
Information provided by Gert Hofstede's Cultural Dimensions application, we can deduce that Australia and Croatia differ in almost all of these cultural aspects. Australia is more concerned with equality, and Australians being highly individualistic, relatively masculine, valuing of their traditions, and quite indulgent. Croatia, on the other hand, follow a more hierarchical.
As an entity that is focused on producing and selling quality wooden dining and kitchen utensils and furnishings, Croatia would open up a world of possibilities for us. Croatia are well known for their high-quality raw wooden materials, furniture products, and their forestry and wood processing practices and capabilities. Access to the Croatian market could provide us with the opportunity to expand and diversify our wood-based product range and gain a competitive advantage in our Australian market, whilst maintaining use of only high-quality and ethically sourced materials.
Business structure suitable for the NT dining and furniture to expand successfully in Croatia is a limited liability company. The establishment process for the cited company is easy and quicker, and it also allows the entrepreneur to make use of a capital corporate members person without being liable for the company obligations. It can be stated that LLC management structure of LLC in Croatia is a director or president. They are required to be appointed by a shareholder, and they can be a foreign resident or a Croatian. Further, the managers can also showcase the company in Croatia in front of third parties anytime. The management is inclusive of the managing board as well as the supervising board. That shareholders know about the project aims and targets before they purchase shares of a company, as they are aware of the rationale of what company will be operating in the other country. The shareholders must be offered information about how much profitability the expansion will provide. This is because they are also lending their monetary funds into the projects. Embodied in the aims and objectives of our operation is a desire to incorporate corporate sustainable development goals in our business practices. The two SDGs central to our business practices are ensuring gender equality and additionally decent work and economic growth. Gender equality is an incredibly important issue, and to address this we'll be implementing a zero tolerance policy towards all forms of gender discrimination in the workplace and running mandatory workshops on sexual harassment. To address economic growth, we will ensure yearly reviewing of our global supply chains in order to identify any vulnerable child, forced or migrant workers and ensure that our workers are paid fair wages. we are expanding into a new region, we must be mindful to ensure that we respect the sustainability laws of the new area. The main environmental challenges to Croatia identified in the Environmental Implementation Review of 2019 were waste management, water quality, and nature protection. Waste management must be a core focus, and steps can be made in the right direction by reducing packaging on our products, especially the use of plastic. Water quality needs to be measured continuously in the area surrounding our operations to ensure we are not causing it to worsen, as it will have devastating impacts on our ecosystem. The industrial sector of Croatia boasts exports of over 10 billion euros annually and represents 27% of Croatia's total economic output. This large market presents an exciting opportunity for our company to be successful in our expansion, as there is a significant market within which we need to gain a share in. As an upper middle income country, Croatians have a higher level of disposable income within which they can purchase our products. While expansion will be an expensive investment, if successful, the venture is projected to give us access to not only a large Croatian market, but gives us a future opportunity to expand further into Europe. A new country is affected by several human resource challenges. Any expansion into a foreign business market must comply with the laws of the host country. Different countries have their rules and regulations, with the human resource discipline being no exception. One of the most common legal requirements is the hiring of local HR practitioners that international in opinion, constitute a significant HR problem that most companies experience in their bid to set base in a foreign market. Cultural perspectives influence the HR discipline primarily since it shapes the viewpoints harboured by individuals. The cultural issues shape the organisational culture that might be different from the one being used in Australia. This has proved to be a significant challenge for many organisations with operations in overseas countries. The distance between the headquarters of a company and the host nation results in HR challenges, since it hampers oversight of the new operations. Oversight is essential, especially for a new venture that requires constant observation and nurturing, which presents.
The development of strategic audience is one of the practical approaches to enable a company to enter a foreign market. The director of a company aims to establish a partnership with local investors that are aware of the local trend. This would enable the firm to understand the local dynamics since the investors are aware of Croatian market. The investors are also likely to have political connections that will ease the way for the foreign company to enter into a new market. Co-option native is sure a way of enhancing their chance of success for an international player.